everybody, it's Brittany here from My Core Floor, back for the 5th week of our stretches for the pelvic floor series. So this week we are actually going to be stretching our thoracic spine, which this is another tricky one, kind of like the week we did the calf, when it's kind of like, what does the thoracic spine and our upper back have to do with my pelvic floor? So I'm going to tell you. One of the things that the pelvic floor does is support the internal organs, but the internal organs are also supported from the front by the abdominals. When our thoracic spine starts to get really stiff and kind of shut down, which happens a lot just in everyday life, we sit at the car, sit over computers, we're bending over to pick up children, pick up laundry, do dishes. Our thoracic spine starts to get locked forward because it doesn't do a lot of opening and extending. So when it starts to get locked forward, it actually starts to shut down our abdominals and our core from the front, which makes it harder for that part of our body to support the internal organs and actually help out our pelvic floor. So by getting the thoracic spine moving in, of course, 3 planes of motion, we start to actually help open up through the abdominals so that they can strengthen and actually better support our internal organs. And we start to actually drive some motion through our hips and pelvis that actually will continue to work that pelvic floor and turn on those muscles. So I'm going to show you a couple of easy stretches you can do for your thoracic spine that you can do pretty much anywhere as long as you have a doorway nearby. So you're going to get in the doorway. You are going to cross one arm over the other. So you're going to hold, I'm kind of just holding on to the door jamb here. Then you're going to take your opposite arm and you're going to reach up towards the top of the door jamb, and then you're going to come back down. So it's up towards and back down. If you can kind of touch it and really stretch up there, awesome. If you're shorter, you're just reaching and trying to get to that spot, okay? So it's up and it's over, okay? And it's a real small motion through your hips because really we want the motion coming from the thoracic spine. That said, your thoracic spine attaches to the rib cage, so there's not a ton of motion. It's not gonna look like this, okay? It's gonna be really small and really subtle, and that's totally okay. So then you're gonna do the opposite side, so cross over, and then you're gonna reach up and over with the opposite hand. Okay? And that is thoracic stretch number 1. But we can't end with just one. So thoracic stretch number 2 is going to be, you're going to actually just place one arm up high on the door jamb, okay? If you're tall enough to reach up and hold the door jamb or to even just kind of rest your hand up here, awesome, that's even better. If not, you're just going to get it as high as you can kind of on the outside of the door jamb here. And then the opposite hand is actually going to reach back behind you, almost as if you were going to throw a ball. And so you're opening up here and coming back around. Opening up here, coming back around. If you're able to really touch up here, then what that looks like is this, and come back. This, and you're gonna come back. And this one just feels so good because so often we don't really get to open up through our pecs and through our thoracic spine in this fashion. And then you're gonna switch. So you'll touch up if you can, and then you're gonna just touch back. And I just kind of come across just for momentum. Reach back, come across, reach back, come across. Again, if you can't quite get there, you can either hold up high here and just do it this way, kind of opening up. The other thing you could do if you can't get up high here is you could actually reach over here and do it that way as well, okay? But some of it's going to depend on range of motion through your shoulders, how stiff you are. So those are a couple of variations you can try. Try them out. Let me know what you think. Definitely, these are ones that if you can work them in, if you sit at a desk all day long and you can get up into your door jamb at work in your office and just do a few of these during the day, it's going to make a huge difference in how you feel with your posture, but it's really going to help to start opening up the abdominals and really give that pelvic floor some extra support and assistance coming from the front of the body and from the front of the core. Try it out. Let me know what you think, and we'll be back next week with another exercise for you. Have a good week, guys.